And welcome back to another Vino and Cisco podcast. It's March 25th, 2023. So,
Been a while, man.
been 8 months. I saw the YouTube video. I went to the YouTube channel, and it's been 8 months since we recorded the show. So, a lot has happened in 8 months, obviously, right?
It's man. So let's see. I think our last show was, let's see. I think you were going to Cancun or Mexico that weekend, and I was going to Atlanta that weekend, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can pull up the date. I'll just go to YouTube right now and pull
I
it
think
up.
it was somewhere in July. I'm not quite sure.
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. But yeah, it's been a while. And obviously we've been doing a lot. I I went back to work.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
See,
you did go back to work. I went back to work too.
right here it says 8 months ago. So 8 months ago, let's do the math. Um, we're March 3. So I'm thinking August. Jeez.
Yeah, I think it was in July because the Atlanta event was the I think the 31st or so. I don't remember. It was the end of July. That was the Atlanta event.
Yeah, probably yeah, you're right. Probably in the July. But I mean, a lot
It,
has ha a
go
lot
ahead.
has happened, right? So I mean, we both went back to
Like
work. We both traveled. I went
a lot,
to,
a
yeah, I
lot.
mean, I went to Cancun, so that was dope. Well, actually, it wasn't Cancun. It was um the island of Cozumel, which is across from uh the beach is called in Spanish Playa de Carmen, which is in the Cancun area, but it's not really Cancun. So we stayed in that island, and that was dope. And then I know you went to Africa and Atlanta and a bunch of spots in New York, right? Didn't you go to New York?
I went to man. Um, let's see. Over the last 12 months, we should probably put the mileage that we've both kind of. I know in January of last year you went to New York, right? Was it
Yeah.
January? It was okay. And then you came back. Where'd you go? You went to Cancun, and then you went to Guatemala
I went to Guatemala twice last year.
twice. That's
Yeah.
correct, right?
And
And where'd you go? Where else?
um I don't think I went to New York last year. I think it was the year before that.
Oh, I think
Right
okay,
after
you
that.
might be right.
But
So
I
I
know,
went to I went to Cameroon for the Nations Cup in January. I went to Sierra Leone in February. And then I just started traveling locally. I think I was in Ohio. I went to Atlanta. I went to Minnesota. Where else did I go? We went to New York. The family went to New York in September, and then we went to Sierra Leone again. And then so a lot of miles at least.
yeah, last year I had a lot of miles too. I mean, I went
Yeah.
to twice to Guatemala and then Cancun, Mexico. So yeah, we both did a lot of traveling this year. I'm planning to go to Spain in May. So we can talk about my Spain trip,
You're going
which
to
I'm
Sevilla,
looking.
right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just gonna be in Sevilla. I want to go to Madrid. So I'm probably gonna drive to Madrid and maybe Barcelona, depending how long the drive is. Because I'm gonna have to drive. I don't want to fly. I want to just see the. see the country. So rent a
Wow,
car,
that'll be nice.
yeah, or take the train. I heard that they have bullet trains over there, and the train system, the public transportation is awesome. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'll see what happens.
It's a good experience for like, and for me, I think I've driven in a truck from I think it was Missouri. I think it was Missouri. Was it? Yeah, to Los Angeles. It was about 3 days. I mean, great experience, right?
Really?
Just to say,
I don't think
yeah,
I'll do
just
that.
going through zones, going through different time
Yeah.
zones, how people react to you in different areas, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't travel the United States. I would not do that.
Why not?
Because it's just like I rather just fly. I mean, it's
You're scared.
exhausting.
You're scared. You're scared.
I'm not scared. I mean, I've gone to El Paso, Texas, and it was. I mean, I drove through Arizona, El Paso, New Mexico, and all that stuff. I just didn't enjoy it. I'd rather just fly. I mean, if I'm gonna drive somewhere, I'd rather drive in another country like Spain or England or something like that. Somewhere where I haven't been. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know how they drive in England, but that's another story.
England dope. I
Uh,
know how they drive in a different direct. I mean, the other side of the car. Huh? That's kind of weird, huh? They kind
it,
of drift.
it's stupid to me. It doesn't even make sense. But I've driven in Africa, and that's talent right there. You have to have patience.
Africa.
You got to have patience. You got to know how to drive, right?
No, I would not
You
drive in
can't be in a
Africa.
hurry,
No, I
huh?
ain't driving. No. I'm not gonna. If I go to Africa, I ain't driving. No. It's like if I went to India. I'm not driving to India. Hell no.
Yeah, it's kind of similar, even
India's
though like
crazy.
it's got a
No
hundred
way.
mil, like so many more people. Um, uh, yeah, but it's fun. You should never be in a rush driving in those places because you're never gonna get to a place on time. So if you have an appointment at 4 or 5 in the evening, it's safe to leave your house at 1.
That's what I heard. Well, we can. So that I mean, obviously we've done a lot. We're talking about travel, but let's segue to what's been going on in the world, right? There's a lot that's happened in the world that, the Ukraine war started when we were off the air or off YouTube.
Yeah,
So,
we
what are
missed
your thoughts
quite
on
a lot.
that?
We missed the World Cup. We missed what's going on in Ukraine and all that stuff in politics. We missed, we've been missing what's going on, in our national politics with, Trump and all that stuff. And I think it's time to get back up. Viewers, this guy's super lazy. I've been,
What? I'm not
we
lazy. We're busy. Like, I'm working, you're working. I mean, it takes time to do this.
you
We
know,
got to
I,
do this. Like, today's Saturday, March 25th. It's 2 p.m. So, you know, you're we're busy, bro. So it kind of takes time. I want to do it every weekend. So maybe we can set up a time either Saturday or Sunday. I miss doing the show. Honestly, I enjoyed it, and I've been going back to the videos and watching them, and
have
you know
you?
we.
I've never watched an episode. I've never gone back.
Oh yeah, I watch a lot of them.
Really?
Mostly, yeah, and I've rewatched them, and I'm like our conversations are interesting. I mean, I think we get a lot of views because there's people that listen to the show from beginning to end, what I've heard.
I've never actually gone back to even, and that's one I never go back.
Why?
I don't know. It's just
Don't you want to see what we discussed? Don't you want to see, what you hear, listen to the show, if you listen to how you sound, because then you can make
um
adjustments. I try to make adjustments.
yeah, I would rather just get feedback, but it's not just
You're
on,
crazy.
I even when I go places and speeches or whatever it is,
Mm.
I never go back to listen to it. I just
No,
do it and I move on to the next. I don't know.
no,
Maybe
I
something
like
I need.
to. I like see the thing is I like to watch the show because I listen to the sound quality. obviously I pay attention to,
You
what
just want to
discussions we
hear
make.
yourself sound smart. Just that's what it
I
is.
do actually.
The problem is I'm the one making you look smart. So just
Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go. Wow. You're
you,
so full of yourself, bro.
oh my,
Seriously. Especially
here
look
we
at
go. I knew
let's
somehow, some way that was going to come out of your mouth.
I mean, dude,
So full of yourself.
look at
Blah,
your
blah, blah.
first of all, look at your background. That says a lot, and I bet you like a lot of listeners are like, dude, this guy
So
has a
so
picture of
so
himself
so
in the
hold on. All right.
background.
Now let me break it down.
That just says a lot.
Let me break down branding to you, right? So look at
Oh
what's
wow,
in your
Brandon.
look. No, no, look at what's in your background.
What's wrong with Bob
No,
Marley?
no, no, no. There's nothing wrong with it. That's your choice. But check this
Yeah,
out.
it's Bob
Why would
Marley
I?
smoking a big old fat joint. What's the big deal?
So hang on. Why would I want to go watch or promote Bob Marley has been dead for 20 plus years rather than promote myself? Why would
Oh,
I want to do, or like, why would I
because
choose to do that?
I mean, this is Bob Marley's an artist that I love. I love his music, and I love like he just lived free and he smoked weed and all that stuff. And
Guess
I
what? And don't get me wrong,
yeah
social conscious guy, his vibe, his lyrics.
yeah, it's a cool
You know,
vibe.
I'm
It's a
a fan.
chill.
But guess what? I love me more than Bob Marley.
I can tell that you have pictures of yourself in the background.
It's branding. Look at my mug.
It's blending. You're too into yourself. I'm sorry.
I never get that except from you.
Okay. Go ask your buddies that you hang around with. Ask them if you're into yourself. They're gonna pretty much agree with me. So,
Am I particular about my image? Absolutely. I protect it. It's my job to.
jeez,
Are you
wow.
going to are you going to protect my image? No. Just like I
Me?
can't
It's
protect
not my
your image.
responsibility to protect your image.
There you
You know,
go. So guess whose responsibility it is? It's mine.
it's yours.
Same
Tell you what,
likewise, it's your responsibility to protect your image.
I have a good image. What? There's something wrong with me having a background picture of Bob Marley smoking a big fat
There's
joint.
nothing wrong with that. I would rather
Let's see
have
what it
my
says.
my
Also,
branding.
it says, when you smoke the herb, it reveals you to yourself. What a great quote, you know?
Never ever. Never tried it.
Well, let's transition to Ukraine then. So, honestly, the war started, what? It's been 4 months.
4 months. You're so out of touch. That
I'm
thing is
out of touch, bro. I don't
it's
know. I
it's
don't,
over a year.
a year? It's been a year?
Absolutely.
No way.
Man,
No.
the first strike was last year in February.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Obviously,
Unbelievable.
you don't do your homework.
Yeah, I don't. What's that?
Because some of us, well, and I'll give you that. Some of us are more into politics, geopolitics than
Yeah, I
so.
mean, I know what's been going on. I just don't really care, honestly. Like, I feel for
You
the
should.
people.
You know why you should? Let me break it down for
Why?
you. You should. Because your government is spending billions, hundreds of billions of dollars, right? And I understand geopolitics. I understand why they're doing it, right? But your government is spending hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars in that war, right? And
Yeah, so
some can argue that the money that they're spending, right, can be used for some of the things that is happening in America today, right?
okay,
Homeless problem. Right. Go ahead.
so let's not protect democracy and let's just spend it on what's going on. I mean, we have to protect democracy around the world, and we can't just let Putin invade a country because guess what? He's going to invade more countries like Hitler. So we need to get involved. You know what I mean? We need to start a war with Russia. Let's just bomb them.
You
You
need to
know?
start a war. That
Yeah,
is
we
the
should start a war with Russia,
of
and then we can take
all
their.
the dumb things you've said,
It's not
and
a dumb
God
thing.
knows you say a lot of dumb things.
No,
That is the
there's gonna
dumbest
be a
thing you've
war.
ever said.
We should just start a war with Russia. We don't get along. We hate
You
them.
need two nuclear countries to
I don't
start a
care
war.
about that.
How does that? What? Oh my God! Did you ever go to class at USC?
I did actually, but I mean, so we're just gonna let these guys just invade countries
No,
and commit
no, no.
commit
That
atrocities
no,
and
no,
basically
no.
kill people for no reason. No,
We're in a we're in a group called NATO. You've heard about them
no,
before?
NATO's
Yeah.
weak, bro.
Okay.
You
Well,
know that NATO is
there's a reason
so
why we're
weak.
NATO. So we don't have to go things alone, right? and that's in all areas, military wise, economic wise, right? Finding solutions and all
Where
that.
was NATO during the Iraq War? Huh? Where was the rest of the world?
Iraq
Versus
is not part of
Afghanistan?
NATO, my guy.
Where was NATO during Afghanistan? Where we
They're
invaded
not part of
Afghanistan and
NATO,
Iraq?
so they're not going to get involved.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Ukraine's not a part of NATO either. So
They're
there you
not,
go.
but they're
Well,
not. But from I just wish you could put a map up from of Ukraine from a geopolitical standpoint, right? The only reason why we're so involved in Ukraine is you look at their neighbors. We have some pretty heavy military installations in those neighboring countries, right? And if you look at Russia, it is really surrounded by NATO countries. Less Ukraine and what's the other one up in the top? I'm drawing a blank
well,
here.
I'm looking at the map right now. Let's see, Ukraine. So
What's
we
to
have
what's to their north? Forgot the name of it.
uh
Starts with a B, I think.
yeah, Belarus.
Belarus. So if I could just paint a picture, right? Belarus is allied to Russia, right? The leader of
Yeah.
Belarus and Russia's president are buddies, right? Everybody else around Russia, is allied to NATO, right? Even though Ukraine is not necessarily a member of NATO, what they do have is they have friends that are in NATO, and they've been for the last few years trying to get accepted into NATO. All right.
I'll tell you what they're worried about. Okay, they're worried about if they take over Ukraine, then Putin's gonna invade Poland.
That is a
You know what I mean?
fact.
Because that's what happened during World War II too. Hitler invaded Poland
That is a fact,
in a
right? If
day
he
or
takes over
two,
Ukraine,
right?
it might not stop.
Yeah, so he might snap. So that's why they're just worried that it's gonna be like World War II all over again. Putin is Hitler and just starts invading different countries in Europe. Which I mean, are we gonna go to another world? I mean, seriously, this is crazy.
Yeah, we can't afford
We
that.
we can't afford it. We just need to get not be involved. And for the most part, it feels like it feels like 1980 something. Remember with you know uh with Reagan in power and basically the Soviet Union, and it just feels like that. This what they call it,
The, well, when the Cold
the
War.
Cold War. It feels like another Cold War, right?
No, but
We're not getting involved, and but we're providing their enemies with supplies, armor, you know.
and how did that end up? What happened?
Well, I mean the fall of the Soviet Union, right?
Yeah, but then we created some folks, right?
We could, yeah, in Afghanistan.
There you
So
go.
that's the problem. So, um, you know, this is a never-ending cycle in humanity. Humanity. It's always going to be, other countries fighting other people, people fighting people. It's just
But it's not just. It's not. This is the Cold War on steroids, because now you're dealing with countries that are equipped with nuclear weapons. That's one.
well,
Two,
the Soviet Union had nuclear weapons as well.
not to the extent that they had now. There are more players in
Mm,
the nuclear game. Iran, as much as they deny it, I think they have some. You got North Korea that have some, right? And
yeah.
these countries were not, and that's one. But then too, there's another big thing in here, right? China is allied to Russia. China is allied to Russia. So you're not going to go against Russia if China is involved. You're not going to
I'm
do
not
it.
worried about
That,
China. You know
well,
why? Because China depends too much on our economy. So, because I mean, guess what? Imagine China gets involved, in anything with us. We're gonna stop all. We're gonna crumble their economy because of the sanctions. You know that, right? I mean, all the stuff that comes in from everything that gets sold in the United States is from China. Imagine China declaring war with us. the first thing that comes is sanctions, and that's going to crumble their economy. So I'm not worried about China at all. I'm more worried about Russia and North Korea and
Get a word
Iran,
about
like I
China.
mentioned.
China, you get into a conflict with China, the stock market, the economy crashes.
Yeah, both economies, right? Our economy, their economy, because where
Yeah.
are we going to get our supplies
Yeah.
from?
And
So,
they're more of a closed society, right? They're not
right.
used, all. So I think we might get the worst end of that, right?
Mm, I mean, I think we can go back to, you know, um, producing our own goods, which is going to help our economy. We can get so for example, I think if there's a war and there's other countries involved and China's one of them, the sanctions are going to come first, and then we're going to start producing our own goods, which in a sense it's going to help our economy. But war it's never good for anything for anybody. So I'm just it's been quiet, right? The Ukraine war has been. I mean, we've known that they're good. They're doing well. I mean, they're defending themselves, but I mean, Putin has destroyed several cities. There's atrocities going on over there. Um, rapes. Women are getting raped by soldiers. Russian soldiers are they're just disappearing or getting, they're getting killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of Russian youth. The Russian youth don't even want to be involved in the war. They don't even know why they're there. And I just feel like it's going to end soon. Is it going to end this year? I don't think so. Um, but
Yeah.
Ukraine just needs to keep on fighting.
Yeah. Look, there's a lot of things that you can argue about that, right? Depending on what side you want to think of. This is what I'll say. And having being a person that came from a land of conflict, right? Um, the average man is the one that suffers, right? At the end
Right.
of the
Yeah.
day, when you look at what's happening in Ukraine, think about this. The winters on that side of the world are extreme, extreme, extreme. And you have a city or cities, right, that lacked, you know, energy, right? You had older people, kids in freezing temperature. Those are the folks that suffer, right? So at the end of the day, you just look at it and you're like, listen, everybody's doing what they need to do, but we need to find a solution already, right?
Yeah, and that's going to take some time, obviously, and hopefully NATO gets involved and other countries get involved, like Europe or European countries. Like I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how it's going to end. I
But
feel like we're just
politics
ignoring. We're ignoring.
politics is just interesting times, man. And
It is.
I'm consumed by this stuff. I've been consumed by, in the political arena from for Sierra Leone. We've got elections coming up in a few months, and I'm excited about that. Right. Um, uh, there's just a lot of good things that are happening.
Good. I hope it's good things for the country.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think over the last, so they're 5-year terms, but because of not Ebola, because of COVID,
Yeah.
right? And the world was shut down for what, basically a year and a half,
Right. It's
right?
basically, yeah.
So the president that's there now came into power in 2018, and and this is something that my folks, my people, some of them are missing, right? Our folks want to walk without crawling, right? They expect magic to happen in 3.5 years, right? Because, our folks were used to cosmetic development. I'll
Mm.
give you, yeah, the quick fix. And
Oh,
what typically happens to things that are done in a hurry, in haste? Are they good?
no, it's not really good
Yeah,
quality.
there you go, right? and that's kind of what I've been trying to like really get out to people, saying, do you want cosmetic fixes? Absolutely, you can get that. You really can. You really can, but it's not going to last. If you're looking for sustainable development, it takes time. It requires time. And you have to create, from a leadership standpoint, you have to create institutions that can sustain them. And over the last 3.5 years of really governance, that's what this person has been doing. That's what, putting education back as a priority, right? Building institutions. They just passed a gender bill. They just passed a gender bill that requires and gives access to women, right? Because in our political space, the men dominate it, right? So now there's a 30% quota, right? They just passed in that gender bill. They extended maternity leave from 12 to 14 weeks. These all are things that eventually will lead to a society that is comparable. But folks just want that quick fix, quick fix, quick fix, and it's not going to happen. So I'm excited. Can't wait to get out there, get on the ground, and support his cause because he needs
Good.
another 5 years.
You're
And
gonna go to Sierra Leone this year?
absolutely.
When
Right.
you going to the summer?
No, the elections are in June, so I need to be down there before that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I wish I can go with you.
you can. And I've told you that a million times.
The thing is, I can't really take that much time off, with this new job. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk. Seriously, I can't. I mean, it's hard for me to take time off.
Come
You
on,
know.
that's why you got to be the boss, so you can leave when you want to.
Okay. Even if I was a boss, like, there's no way I can just leave
Yeah,
like
you
that.
schedule it and you go.
No, there's too much going on where I work. It's just I can't. Like I say, and that's funny because I accrue time quickly. I mean, but I just
Uh,
can't
well,
take time
how,
off.
how many days do you get?
You accrue by hours, so I'm accruing like each pay period, like 7 hours each pay period. So technically, it's like 8 hour, like 8 hours a day each pay period.
And
You know
and,
what I
and
mean?
you what, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly?
Bi-weekly. So, um, I mean, I could, I think I already have accrued a week off vacation with
Okay,
paid, and I just started. So, you know what I mean? It's a
right.
good. They have good benefits. That's a good thing.
You've been there, what, 3 months?
4 months.
4 months. 4 months.
Yeah, and I already accrued a week.
A week.
Isn't that
That's not.
crazy?
And you get capped off at what? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
No. Um, I think 4 weeks or three, something like that. It's
Hmm.
crazy.
You've
It's
been there
pretty
four
good.
months. You've already accrued a week.
Yeah,
So
I already accrued a
in
week.
12 months, you can accrue up to 3 weeks,
Okay, well, 3 weeks then. There you go.
right? That's what the math
Yeah.
says.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. In a year, I accrued 3 weeks of vacation, which is pretty good, actually.
That's not bad. It's not
Yeah, it's
bad.
not bad at all. And not to mention, I mean, I just don't have time to take vacation anyway because I'm just so busy with the job because we're short staffed in our department.
Let's
So
say I've got 2 weeks that I have not scheduled, and I've got 2 weeks that I have not scheduled, and I'm gonna schedule. I've already scheduled about 4 to 4 weeks because I came into this year with what I rolled over, I think, about 4 weeks. So got a lot of weeks, man. I just, I'm gonna put them to good use.
yeah, but you've been there for a long time, so you
Mhm.
get
Yeah,
you get a lot of time.
true,
So,
true.
but I'm just surprised that I've been there for less not even less a year that I'm
And
getting.
honestly, there's a time I used to years ago. I used to just take days off just to stay home, and I
Yeah,
enjoy what I do. And I mean, I really enjoy what I do. And now if I take time off, I'm going somewhere, not just
well,
something
that's
is
good.
happening. Yeah. I'm not
You're
just taking.
taking it. You're taking advantage of your time off where you travel.
Mhm.
That's what you work for. That's good. I mean, I'm already. I spend a whole. I spend years just staying home doing nothing. So now that I take some time off, I want to go somewhere. Like I
You
want to go to
have to.
Cancun. I want to go to Mexico, to Cabo, which is probably with my buddies. Spain, England. I gotta go to England. Like I have to go to England. So,
Hey, the best time to go is the coronation. It's in May if you want to go.
well, I mean, I'm gonna be over there. The only thing is that I'm gonna have to go once I go to Spain. I might have to just kind of take a couple
Yeah,
days
yeah,
to.
that'll be if you
I
go
might
to
do that.
Spain.
I
I
might do
think that
that.
when are you going to Spain?
So I haven't. I gotta look at the calendar. I'm not thinking maybe the end of May because of just the calendar wise. I have to kind of schedule. It's gonna be a week, and I'm probably not gonna be able to stay in Spain like for the whole week. Maybe half the week. And I was thinking the other half I'll be in England. You know
So
what I
you're
mean?
going to Sevilla, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, where's
And
Sevilla?
then I was gonna travel EasyJet. Have you heard of EasyJet?
I've actually used it. So I
They're
went
cheap,
to
right?
they're like they're like Spirit.
They're like Frontier.
Yeah, yeah, yes, but there's no hidden charges. So I a few years
Oh,
ago,
Frontier has hidden charges?
huh?
Frontier has hidden charges?
For me, Frontier and Spirit, you could flip flop them. It's the same thing.
They're the same? I don't know. I don't.
I
My
think.
daughter says she used Frontier and she had a good experience. I don't know. I would not
No,
use any of the
EasyJet.
cheap.
I used them from. Uh, I'm trying to. I think it was net the Amsterdam to England.
Oh,
So I flew British Airways to England and I flew EasyJet. It was like $50,
yeah, they're cheap. The tickets are so cheap.
50
They're
pounds,
they're
whatever,
50
whatever
euros
the money
or
was. Huh?
23 euros or 40 euros.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not
Yeah, it's
bad.
not bad.
And
Round
it's
trip.
like they use those small regional jets and
Yeah.
they use up to I think they use a Airbus the 320s and then they use the 737 small planes, nothing
No,
big.
they're little, yeah, they're small. So I met this Spaniard. Was he from Spain? Yeah, he was from Spain in Mexico when I was in Cancun, and he kind of told me about EasyJet. So he made me download the app and all that. It was cool.
Yeah, get it.
So
Get
yeah,
it.
so
It'll be fun.
I don't know. Hopefully, we'll have in a couple of months we'll discuss our trips to different countries,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I've got a
Uh,
few lined up too, coming up before I even go to Africa. Um,
nice.
yeah, I could have been in Dubai this weekend. Yeah.
Well, maybe it's better you didn't go.
Huh?
Maybe it's better you didn't go.
Oh, why? Because you miss me?
No, just
No,
so you
but
don't have to go over there. I don't know. It just seems
no,
like.
but like it's like I'm getting pictures because my wife is out there, my sister's out there, and they're sending me pictures, and it looks, there's a lot of thing about Dubai, and I don't get that. I
Yeah,
don't
I would
know.
have. No, it's like going to Vegas. No, I'm not trying to go to Dubai. No.
Yeah, I'll rather go to Europe, and
Yeah,
I don't know.
no.
There's not that oomph to go. I
Well,
don't know.
well,
Maybe I'm
like I
missing
said, I want to go to England. Hopefully, I can watch a soccer game, but I doubt it. You know what I mean? I don't know if we're up in May they'll still be playing games. I just want to go to a Premier League game. So I got to check the schedules. So we can let's transition to sports now. Let's transition to the World Cup. Obviously, that's another thing that we missed discussing. Um, yeah, I can't hear you.
Hey, go ahead. I
Oh,
just
there
had
you
to
go.
take a quick call.
Something happened. Okay, so obviously the World Cup this year was Argentina versus France, which was, I think, the best World Cup final game I've ever witnessed in my life.
By far, by I
Right?
mean, and I bet you were probably rooting for Argentina
Of
losing.
course I was.
Oh,
Come on,
yes.
bro.
Heck yeah.
I know you're a big old France fan, with your France jerseys and all that. Why would I? I mean, I like Mbappe, but
You know that tournament
why
was
would
rigged, right? You know it was
no, it
rigged.
wasn't.
Come
No,
on,
no, it
really?
wasn't. Shut up. No, it
Really?
wasn't. No,
Really? That
no,
tournament was not rigged to you.
no, it wasn't.
Did you
Sorry.
watch the game?
I watch all the games. It
The
wasn't
first
rigged.
goal the penalty that was called for them. You think that's a PK?
Yeah, it was a PK actually.
Oh my God, you're an
Yeah,
oh,
I saw the game, dude. It was good, dude.
it
I
was
know
but it was a
all the
classic.
French people and the French fans are talking crap. It's okay. The French they already won it. They already world champions. Okay, and it
It
was
was a
good.
classic.
it was a good storyline to see Messi finally get that World Cup, dude. You know what I mean?
And I'll give you that. I think
Yeah.
he's a football. I've never been
He's
a
part of he's part of the
I've
G O
never been a
G
fan.
O
You know,
A
I
T,
like the other
bro.
guy, even though that he sometimes he can be an
No,
idiot.
no, I think honestly, I wish he'd won more, but I think he's equivalent to Maradona, I
What?
feel. Yeah,
He's
he's up
what?
there he's up there with Maradona.
Who?
Messi.
Oh,
Messi.
oh.
Dude, dude, don't
No,
do that.
you know
What are you
what?
talking about?
I'm going to start tallying the stupid things that you say.
Well, how is that
You know,
stupid? Are you
the
serious?
he's up there
Dude,
with Maradona. How?
yes, he is.
In Argentina,
No, in the
dude, not
world.
in world football.
So we have Pelé number one, and we can easily slot Messi and Maradona in, they're tied, I feel. Messi's great, dude.
Give me your top five. I think we've had this
We had the
conversation
discussion, so
before.
I'll give you my new top five, okay?
Oh, you got a
So
new top five. Oh,
yeah, so
you
I have
about to say,
Pelé,
hang on, you about to say something stupid again. Let me get my pen.
The GOAT number one.
Pele. Okay,
Okay,
I'll give
Pelé
you
has
that.
3 World Cups. All
Okay.
right, and
We
many.
agree on that, by the way.
Okay,
Pele. Even though I
so
have someone else, but Pele, I'm not going to argue.
so number two, tied for number two and three, but tied just two. Messi and Maradona.
So they're tied.
They're tied.
Oh my
They're
God.
tied. They're tied. I'm sorry,
Oh my God.
dude.
Okay.
Messi has won a World Cup like
Uh,
Maradona won.
like he won all everything himself.
Okay, and
The guy
he's
was
won
lost
also the
in the
same
World Cup. They carried him or
accolades.
whatever. Messi and
Okay,
Maradona. Oh,
he's won he's
keep it
won the
running.
best.
Oh, just,
He's won all those trophies, right? Like
uh,
Maradona. He's won
so so
Champions League
so so
titles.
hang on.
He
This is
won.
so no, hang on. So prior to him winning Copa, prior to him winning the World Cup, you guys said it doesn't have to win anything. He's the greatest. You don't have to win to be the greatest. Now that he's won, all of us like you guys are just moving the goalposts. But
What are
anyway,
you talking about?
who's next? Who's next?
So then after that, I would put Ronaldo from Brazil.
Okay, R9.
Yes,
Okay,
Brazil.
okay,
Um, and I have to put Ronaldinho there too.
okay.
And
Dino,
then last will be your boy. Um,
Zizou.
yeah, Zidane. So that's my top five
Okay.
because there's two. I mean, actually top six, but I mean, I feel like Maradona and
I was
Messi
gonna
are
say
tied
they
now.
didn't teach you how to count at
It's because it. Okay, there's
okay.
six obviously, right? But Maradona and Messi are tied for the second play, like the second rated best player of the world. So, so yeah, I
So
think that's.
you ready for mine?
Let's see yours. Let's see. Yours is gonna
Okay.
be crazy. Like last time, I was like, "You're crazy." Go ahead. Number
I'm
one.
going to I'm going to put I'm going to put Zizou number one.
No, you're doing the same thing you did last time. That's crazy. You're
I'm going.
insane. You
Hey,
are insane. No,
it's my top five, not yours.
above Pelé, you're crazy. That
Okay.
you're being biased. You're biased, bro. You're just biased.
Zizou number one. Take it or
That's
leave
crazy.
it. Number two, I'm going to go with Pele.
Wow, you're crazy. You don't make no sense whatsoever.
Number three, I'm going to go with Diego Armando Maradona.
Number three, okay, okay,
Number four, I'm going to go with R9.
okay.
Number five, I'm going to go with R7.
Wow, wow. No, 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 no.
You don't have to like it.
Dude,
It's my
dude,
choice.
you-
And then I'm going to go number six. Number six, I'm going to go with Messi.
Wow,
Yeah. And then number
that's
seven, I'll go with Dino.
that's so ridiculous. It just
I tell you what, we
no,
need to
that's
put up.
ridiculous.
No, I tell you what. You know what we're gonna do this week? We're
What?
going to do like something of a survey, right? And you're gonna put your top five. I'm gonna put my top five. We're gonna put it on social media, and we're gonna have people vote on it. How you like that?
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you can do that on like I think you can do that on Instagram, right? Or Facebook. Can you
Survey
do that?
Monkey, you can do it on Facebook. We'll figure it out.
I'll do it on Facebook. I have more followers on Facebook.
So
But
so here's my list:
that's
Zizou, Pele, Diego, R9, R7, Messi. Yours
no.
is Pele, Messi and Maradona, Ronaldo, Dino, and Zizou.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. And
change it.
Zizou, Zidane, it's because, I mean, he could be considered the GOAT, but because he's an idiot,
Who?
Zidane.
He won
Because
everything.
yeah, but
You
he's
want to
an
talk about
idiot.
winning? You
But
want to
he's an
talk about
idiot.
winning?
And you know
And
why he's an idiot, right?
and what?
He could have had two World Cups, but he's an idiot. So
It ain't like Messi's winning things now when there's not a whole lot of great players. Zizou,
what are you talking about?
dude, are you going to compare Zizou's era and this
They
era?
just beat that stacked France team that has like all the whole entire team World Cup players. Everybody in that team is an all-star,
Dude,
and they beat that team. So I
dude.
don't know
So
what you're talking
obviously,
about.
you don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Yes,
Because
I do.
if you watch soccer, the
I do
French team
watch
in
soccer and I
'98,
play
the
FIFA.
the French team in '98, the French team in
Yeah, it was good.
2006 were the best. Like this
Yeah,
team
that's
was
why
okay. Don't get me wrong, this team wasn't bad, but you had some names that you've never heard of. True or false?
where
This France team that just lost the
I've
final.
heard of all the players on that squad. I know about them.
You
You know
know,
why?
stop it. Stop it. Stop
No.
the
You know
capping.
why? Because
Just
I play FIFA and I literally played
I'm
with
gonna call her
friends.
name for you. Tell me if you've ever heard of him. Colomwani.
Yes, I've heard of them. I've heard of every. I don't. I mean, dude, I play FIFA 2023.
Where does Colomwani
I
play?
don't know where he plays, but I've heard of
There
him.
you go. You've
I
never heard of him.
I
Stop the
I, I
cap.
play I play with friends. That's how you know me because I play FIFA, right? You can play with the national teams, and
Stop the
that's
cap.
I
Stop.
have the France team, the French team, and I play other online players, and I have the French team. You know why? Because they have Mbappe, they have what's his name, Benzema. They have dude. That team is
Anyway,
stacked, dude,
let's keep it
and
rolling.
they're
I think
lucky. Argentina was lucky that Benzema did not play because if Benzema would have played, it would have been a totally different World Cup.
I
That's all I
agree.
have to say.
I
You know
agree.
what I mean? So
We're gonna put the poll up. We'll
we'll put
revisit
the
this
poll up,
next week.
but you're crazy. Like your top five is just insane. Like I said, if we can go
We'll
back,
see. We'll let
you
the
can go
folks.
back to the video on
We
YouTube,
will
and
let the
I
folks
tell you, I
decide.
call you insane back then, and I'm calling you insane now. You're crazy. You don't
We
know what you're
will
talking
let the
about.
people decide, right?
All right.
And
Well, yeah.
don't go get people to vote for you. Hey, vote for me.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. All right.
So let's move on to baseball. And the opening day is going to be, I think, this week, right? It's only on Thursday.
How long have we been on? Because we don't want to go too long, right?
What do you mean? What time is it?
I don't know. I don't remember when we started. Might
Oh,
be too much fun.
I mean, cares?
Opening day. When is it? It's like in a month, right?
No, it's next week. What are you talking about,
No
bro?
way.
It's on the 30th, opening day.
Are you guys home or away?
Home. And we're playing the first game is on Thursday.
Who are you playing?
Uh, I don't know. I think the Rockies or
That's how
something.
much you. That's how much you care about your
I
team.
don't care, dude. Are you serious? You're, dude, really? Who are the Angels playing? See, see, like you shut up, dude. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, just be quiet.
Yeah,
You're
it's just
embarrassing
because we're not
yourself.
going to be good. We're not going to be any good. So I don't.
Oh my God, what do you mean? We just saw Otani just win the damn, World Baseball
Dude, did you see
Classic.
that
So
last? It was Otani versus Trout.
yeah, and then Trout, like they're both angel players. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't understand how you guys think you're not gonna do anything this year. This is great. You
yeah,
guys are
because we
insane.
spend 90% of the budget in two players, and then the
So
rest.
what? So what? Two of the best players of baseball right now. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying the GM spends 90% of his budget in two players,
Yeah,
and the
so
rest of the 30 whatever folks on the roster are scrubs, trash.
well, we'll see. I mean,
Okay.
we'll see. Let's wait till the season starts before you start calling the Angels a bunch of scrubs. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
listen, like we won in when did we win?
It's been like
2001?
it's been like 20 years.
Yes, 20 years already. Like we're due for
20
another one. I'm just saying. Anyways,
Okay,
I'm just
so
saying.
baseball's gonna start next week. You know, I'm gonna start heading to some Dodger games. I'll get you
So
some.
what are you calling this year? You guys gonna win the World Series?
Yeah, I mean, if we don't win the World Series, it's a waste of a year.
So it's World Series or bust.
Yeah, I mean, they should have won the. They should have played in the World Series last year and played versus the Astros. I mean, but that team was the. I mean, they broke records. It was such a disappointment. As a
You still
Dodger
got Dave
fan.
Roberts?
I mean, I can't blame Dave Roberts because he puts these teams and I just can't say it's his fault for we had such a great season last year and like we broke records. We were like, records, broke the record with the most wins and all that stuff. And I
Mm.
can't blame it on him for the team just not being ready to play, getting out of the first round. How is this the manager's fault? You know what I mean?
But man, you were over here calling for his head last year.
I was
This,
pissed. I'm already over it. I was pissed. I'm over it already.
you're
I mean, let's just see what happens this year. I mean, I'm just excited to be able to go watch Dodger games,
but
bro.
I don't think there's and I don't think there's anything like in your in your division. You got the Giants are gonna be good. The Giants are
Yeah, the
always
Giants are always, always
who
competitive.
else you got? You got Colorado in your division or not? No, you got San Diego is gonna be good.
The Padres are the
Padres.
team that worries me.
Who else is in your
Seriously.
division? Arizona's trash.
Yeah, they suck.
Who else?
And they do have the Colorado Rockies.
They're trash.
Yeah, so it's gonna be between the Padres. I think the Padres will get the wild card. I don't think the Giants have good
The Giants
players
are
this
good.
year.
They're always good.
They're good, but I don't think they're at a level where they're gonna compete with the Padres and the Dodgers. Maybe
Or
they
else
are.
you
I don't know. We'll
figure
see.
Oakland is always trash. Seattle, they compete half the year, but
Well, last year they went to the playoffs.
freaking Texas, man. The Rangers, those guys. Oh, the Astros. The Rangers are trash. The Astros.
Yeah, the Astros. I hate the Astros. I can't
Ah,
stand
the
them. I
Astros,
can't
man.
stand the Astros. But
Yeah,
I just
since they
can't.
came into our division, we're struggling.
Yeah, I
Struggling.
know. I'm excited. I mean, it's gonna be a good season. Honestly, I don't really start paying attention to the summer.
We're struggling big time. Anyways. All right.
Anyways,
So
okay. What about the
Lakers.
Lakers? That suck. So
What?
they're trash. They're they suck, man. LeBron sucks. He sucks.
He's no Kobe, but you
Yeah,
know,
and then AD
and
AD sucks too.
I'm going to admit I have
AD
not
sucks too.
watched
They're just a
one.
horrible
I have
team.
not been to a game this year. I have not watched a full game
Me
of
neither.
TV this year. But
I don't
apparently,
care.
since LeBron got hurt, they've been playing better.
LeBron sucks. He needs to retire. He just sucks now. Fucking with his
Dude,
tight
he's the
ass
all-time,
shorts.
the greatest scorer the game has ever
he
seen.
needs to he needs to wear some bigger shorts.
Put
Just too
some
small.
respect on his name, please.
Okay. Look at he is considered one of the greatest players. I'm not gonna lie. All
There
right.
you go.
Is he
LJ.
Jordan? Hell no.
Huh?
Is he Jordan? Hell no.
He's not even Kobe. Come on,
He's
stop.
not even Kobe. You're right. He's nowhere near Jordan. So I can't stand those comparisons. It pisses me off actually. It pisses me off. It's so stupid. You never seen Jordan give up in the like in the playoffs.
Hey,
This
we need
guy
to
just
catch a
gave
game
up. It
though.
just pisses me off.
We need to catch a game, probably like a Friday night or a Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm
This
down
one.
to go to the Laker game. I mean, but the thing is, like that guy. I mean, he's so hated in the league. by fans.
We need to catch a
You
game.
know,
Oh,
I
hey,
mean,
I'm telling you right now, right? Charger tickets are out. Your
uh,
Raiders are coming back to town, so you better sell me now, or I'm gonna.
well, you know, if you can give me a good deal, man, here, here, I got these Raider Charger tickets, $1,000 each. I'm like, dude, you're crazy. See,
Dude, those tickets are go high. They
$1,000,
sell for like
and you say it with a straight face too. You have no shame.
that's a discount. You know how much I sold them
Wow.
for last year,
See, dude, I
dude?
just can't with your
No,
ass.
no, no, no.
Seriously.
I'm being serious. You know how much I sold those Raider tickets for last year? Over $1,200.
You know, but I mean, you're trying to sell me tickets for $1,000 each. You're crazy. I'm not
And
doing that.
Chicago is coming to town this year. Let me see,
You're talking
Chargers.
about the Bears?
Yes,
Who cares? I don't want to see the
dude.
Bears.
The Bear fans play. They pay, man.
Nah,
Bear
bro.
fans, they pay.
Honestly, you should get Ram tickets. At least I could go see the Rams versus, like,
Yeah, I'm not. And the Rams are trash this year too. They don't have
yeah,
any.
you're right. You know what?
Let's see. Kansas
I'm gonna
City's
go
coming
to
to town. The Raiders are coming to town. Miami's coming to town.
okay.
The Bills, the Bills are coming to town. Dallas,
I'm going to
Dallas is
Vegas.
coming
Honestly,
to
I'm
town.
going to Vegas. I'm gonna go.
Huh?
I'm gonna go to Vegas and watch the Raider game in Vegas.
Whatever.
No, I'm serious. I'm going to Vegas. You want to go with me?
Nah, dude, I went to Vegas a couple of weeks ago.
It's cool.
I stayed at the Aria. That place is so overrated. I hated it. Yeah, I hate it. I freaking hated it. Like this place sucks.
Vegas.
Huh?
Well, one of my buddies is like, dude, he's like, Vegas is so expensive. I'm not going to Vegas anymore. He told
Yeah.
me that. And I was
It's,
like, well, this is the time when
I,
you
I,
go.
I
You go
like
to
Vegas.
off season.
I like Vegas.
I mean, I like Vegas too, but I don't know. I guess I gotta be super stoned.
Yeah, here we go again. This guy, stay off the drugs.
I don't smoke weed. I'm just saying, like, I wish I could be all stoned and just walking around all high.
Yeah, but
That's a
those are
good
the
Vegas
teams coming to
experience.
town this year. So let me know now.
Probably I'll probably pass on that because I don't want to go see the Chargers versus Raiders. That's lame. You know what I mean?
All right, whatever.
I'd rather go to Vegas and go watch the Raiders versus let's
Anyway,
see who.
I got to plug in my boy's book. I don't know if you can see it.
What is
Finding
that?
Identity Through Faith. I got to give you a copy, man. It's a good book.
Is he
It
a
helps.
preacher or what?
He's um he's a brother in the faith. But
Nice.
it's a great book, man. I think you'll enjoy it. For folks really trying to understand who they are and the talents and the gifts, finding themselves. It's a good book. So remind me to drop a copy off for you.
Yeah, give me a copy. I wanna listen to it.
I might.
I don't want to listen to it. Read it.
Yeah.
Listen to
Listen.
it.
I
Does he have
think
an audiobook?
I think he is, and I think we should put him on. I think we should put him on. I'll bring him on the show
You know
one day.
what? I was gonna tell you. So I do have a couple requests to be guests here
Who?
on the show. So I have a
Who?
female I feel I have a female friend that wants to join. She's not a stripper. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, you got a female friend that wants to join. What does she
Yeah,
do?
I have a female. She just wants to participate. And then I have another. Oh, so I have another buddy that does like veteran. He places veterans in housing in Los Angeles.
That's nice. We can get him.
Yeah. So he's been wanting to join the show, and I said, yeah, let's. Because I mean, I think it'll be good for us to have him here, so we can talk about his what he's done, and also he has an interesting story
I
because
agree.
he was a homeless veteran too as well. So
I agree. Your boy that you had on the last time was, it was very,
Gabriel, yeah,
huh?
Gabriel's cool.
Yeah. He knew his stuff, and
Yeah,
so
he's highly intelligent. I mean, I think he has his PhD.
we just have to maintain consistency.
I think Gabe wants to join the show. Gabe wants to see the show. So
Are you on my
um
Facebook, YouTube channel?
no, I'm hype, I'm I'm setting up your Vino Inspires music.
Oh, okay. All right, let's
Because
go. Let's go. I got something nice.
We
Let's go.
on our way to get all of our blessings. It's in the way you pray. Good morning.
there you go. There's your Vino Inspired intro.
All right, very good. All right, this is what I put on my status yesterday. I'm getting a lot of feedback on it, so I'm gonna have to do a live on it
Yeah.
soon. We'll probably do it during the week. Say a wise man once said, "Hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men, and weak men create hard times." Let me say that again.
Yeah, I heard that. I saw that
Hard
on your
times
post.
create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. Stay on your grind. Do not let up. Stay
Well,
focused.
I mean, I think I went through all those.
Yeah, right. It's like an evolution, right?
Yeah, so I went through, where I was struggling, where I had to be strong. I just financially, I just wasn't making money, where I had to reevaluate myself and kind of change up. And then I got money, and then I became this lazy, weak.
And that's what usually that's what you. A lot of times, we
Yeah,
strive for things, and once we get it, we put our guards down, right?
yeah. I literally spent 1 year just doing nothing. You remember you used to tell me you still tell me I'm lazy, but
You
yeah, I
are
guess I
lazy.
can agree. I was lazy.
You are
Uh,
lazy. You're still lazy.
I'm not lazy, dude. I go to work every day. I have to wake up
It
early.
doesn't mean you're not lazy. Going to work is not doesn't mean you're lazy. You just know if you don't go to work, you're not going to get paid.
That's true.
There you go.
And then make those greenbacks.
There you go. Greenbacks.
That's what
Hey,
I'm
there's
all
a lot
about.
of opportunities, man. We got to get into it. I think the world is open for us. I've got a scripture that has really captured my mind, and
Yeah,
it's actually inspired my drive again. Let me share it with you real quick before we leave. It's
yeah,
in the book of First Corinthians, chapter 16, verse 9. Um, uh, I love this scripture, right? It says, "For a great door and effectual has opened unto me. A great door has opened. A door of opportunities is open unto me. But there are many adversaries." Understanding that there's opposition to whatever we want to do to get ahead in life, right? But we must know that that door of opportunity is open for us. So now it's just about getting it, right?
yeah.
So yeah, it's grind now, grind now, grind now. You ball later. So a lot of opportunities, but you're a scary cat, man. You don't like investing. That's why I don't waste my time with you
But
anymore.
the thing is that when you invest, it's like gambling. You're taking risks, right? And you
Yeah,
can take as an investor, because I mean, I've invested before, and I've been successful in the investments I've done. The thing is, there has to be a calculated risk, because you're investing, let's say, $10,000, $20,000, and if you don't do it, if you don't calculate, if it's not done right, then you can eventually lose that money,
absolutely.
which is the risk, right?
And but then
And
if it does hit, you get what I'm
well,
saying?
I mean, that's the reason. That's what, like, I'm repeating it. Let me repeat. It's a calculated risk where the goal is to double, triple your investment, but that's not necessarily mean it's going to happen. And that's why I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to take that risk. I feel right now I'm not at a point to take a risk like that.
Yeah,
And there's some investments, like you brought to my attention, that yeah, I just gotta see that I gotta see that there's gonna be a return of investments. So
right.
ROT, return, no, return of yeah,
It's
ROI, right?
Are you struggling with ROI? This guy.
So ROI. Um, but I went to business school too. I'm an idiot.
I know exactly. You did go to business.
I did. I went to
Oh,
UCR.
speaking of that, I'm going to go finish my 16 units for my MBA. So
Good for
clap.
you. You
Yeah,
know, I just spoke to one of my buddies, and he's going to Pepperdine. He's getting his MBA in Pepperdine.
yeah,
I didn't
that's
know
awesome.
that.
Yeah, mine
So
is
he's
going
been
to
there for
be
three
it's an MBA
years.
with an emphasis in leadership.
Good for you, man. I mean, Oh, that's great. I love to hear higher education because I got my master's in
I've
education,
just
so
been, it's something I should have done 12, 13 years ago, but
it's never too late.
yeah,
Like
absolutely not, right? And
for
now,
example, me, I want to go to law school, so I kind of been debating going to law school.
did your brother get into med school yet or no?
No, he's working at the hospital and he got his BS in biology. I think they're gonna give him a dual degree also in chemistry because I think he just
Nice.
working on some chemistry stuff. So he's gonna have two dual degrees, one in biology, one in chemistry. Um, and he wants to go to med school, but I think um I don't know. I'm not sure what he's gonna do, but I know he works at the hospital. He works at Riverside Community, so I think he's doing good. Proud of
Nice.
him. He's come a long way. But I mean, if he wants to go to med school, I think he could do it. It's just a lot of work. 4 years plus residency. It's a lot of work.
It's called keep your eye on the prize.
Right.
Don't let up and just push
Well, for
push
me,
through, man.
mm,
You know,
honestly,
nothing good, nothing good, nothing good, nothing that's rewarding comes easy,
well,
right?
for me, I've been thinking I kind of want to go back to school, but it just it's a headache.
Yeah, I would say use the education that you've already had from a good
Well,
school to
well,
finally get
I
it.
have been using it.
Yeah,
What do you
it
think about this
barely
job?
it barely work.
What do you mean? What do you? Dude, I mean, I work at 9 to 5. I mean, I work at 9 to 5. What's all
Uh,
that?
you barely work. Yeah, you'll be there for another 2 months. You like, I want to quit. I hate this place.
I actually I really love my job right now,
There you go.
but
That's nice.
I'm happy where I'm at right now. I love it. I love my team. I love what I'm doing. I'm doing HR work,
I got
obviously.
another call, man. I gotta go.
Oh, you gotta go
Hey,
already?
I got like two other calls.
Oh, sorry,
And
I forgot you're a very important man. Not.
I got my hands in so many things. You already
Oh, dude, you need to start throwing your money away, bro. You're a fool. All right, I got you, bro. I got you.
we'll be all right.
It's good, bro. We had a good show.
Welcome back.
We're gonna be back next week, hopefully.
You see? You see? He's already talking crazy.
Another Vino and Cisco podcast done in the books, baby.
Houston.
See you guys. Good show, Vino. Take care.
All right,
God bless you, man.
likewise, man.
Peace.